So this video is for my fellow road warriors who spend their whole lives in a hotel room. I normally work 21 days at a time, 12 plus hours a day, rotating day shift, night shift. Sometimes we have some place we can eat, sometimes we don't. I have to pack my lunch, eat in the hotel room. It always varies. So I have a little system and I vary it depending on where I'm going and how it works out. One is a soft-sided lunch box that if there's nowhere for me to eat, I always take that, and I pack most of the stuff in there, and that saves me a little space. If I don't take that, I broke down and bought another little organizer, and I pack everything in there. So some of the staples that I put in my little bar refrigerator is mayonnaise, always have butter. I love cream cheese, so I always get one of those. Little thing of sour cream, and I love black olives, so they now have a reclosable little package, so I always get one of those. Salt and pepper, I like real pepper and real salt, so I always carry those. These I purchase later. I hate eating out of paper products, especially drinking coffee, so I always take a coffee cup, a real one. And I always take these two little bowls. It doubles as a plate, as a bowl. The Corelware is really hard to break, so don't take dishes out of your house. If they get broke or lost, then you're going to screw up an entire set. Go to the dollar store, go someplace and buy you the stuff just to take on your hotel kitchen. If I'm going to have to eat my lunch at work, I take a sandwich holder, and sometimes I'll take an extra little glassware thing with a sealable liquid tight lid. I usually take coffee filters in case they have a coffee pot where I can make my own coffee and buy my own ground coffee and not have to use the hotel package, because usually it's not that good. And then, in addition to the salt and pepper that I already said, sometimes I'll take a little thing of herbs depending on what I think I'm going to want for that time of year. I always take my own little hand towel. Go Chiefs, little drink cozy, take a couple of those. I like to take a little sponge. The sample section at the store and the dollar store are great places to pick stuff up for this. I like to take a little thing of dish soap along with my sponge. Be sure you put that in a baggie in case it leaks. Again, don't take your good silverware in case it gets lost. Go to the dollar store, pick you up a knife, fork, and a spoon, and a big tablespoon. And then this didn't come from a dollar store. It's a fairly good knife, but be sure you keep the shield that goes on that, because you don't want to get cut. You certainly don't want to cut a TSA agent. That is not going to be a good day for you. And in addition to that stuff, I usually carry a little baggie. I have some hot chocolate, some sugar packs, some sweetener. Occasionally I'm in the mood for a cup of hot tea, and I keep some instant coffee in there. I usually throw in a little pack or two of honey and some soy sauce and a little hot sauce in there. Baggies are essential, gallon and quart, always take those. Found a real cheap little cutting board that works perfect. It's lightweight. And clothespins. Clothespins not only work for the bags, like potato chips and bread and whatever you get, but if you're working night shift and you can't get the drapes to shut, a couple clothespins down the seam, you can get them pulled together and actually get some sleep. Be really aware of what you pack in here and what TSA is going to say about it, especially when you're coming home. No canned food, no leftover, any of this stuff, just throw it away. I had almost a full honey bear left over one time, thought I'd bring that home. Apparently TSA hates honey bears. Maybe he's on a no-fly list. I don't know, but that didn't go too well. So this is my kitchen. You just kind of have to mix and match it based upon how long you're going to stay, what kind of cooking you want to do, you know where you're going to be, what kind of hotel you're going to be in. There are two ladies on my team that don't like microwaves, so they have little 2-cup rice makers. They cook a lot of great stuff in that. They tend to cook a lot of raw food. I try to buy stuff that's already pre-cooked, and all I have to do is mix and match it and soup it up a little bit and then pop it in the microwave. Just use your imagination, try some different things. If it doesn't work out, next trip you can change it. Not a big deal. I'd like to give you another little road warrior trick that I use. Has absolutely nothing to do with cooking, but maybe you can use the tip and help you out a little bit. And that's wrinkled shirts, wrinkled blouses. This works really well. Button your shirts or blouse, come down about the third button and pinch it across like that. Get the seams straight down the side and just lay that in your suitcase flat like that. Don't worry about the sleeves at this point in time. Don't worry about the tail because that's going to be tucked in and it's going to be wrinkled anyway. Then come over to the sleeve, short sleeve or long sleeve, right where that sewn seam is. Make the fold right there. That will go away completely when you take this out, and go over and do the other side. Straighten it up a little bit. That eliminates these creases and the ones in the sleeves. This one usually hangs out. After a couple hours it's gone. I rarely have to touch up my shirts when I get to a job site unless TSA has gone through my bags and messed everything up. They're usually pretty much wrinkle free.